I'm going to answer a question I'm asked all the time. Can I switch jobs while doing a loan? Hi, I'm Amber Coleman with Guild Mortgage, and let's kind of get into this. So I'm going to tell you two stories. I had a client just recently that we were clear to close on the file. We had everything done on the file, but his file was a little bit borderline, okay? So at the end of the process, and anytime you're doing a loan, your employment's going to be checked every time throughout the process and at the end of the process, because the bank wants to make sure that you still have a job, right? So they're going to make sure that they check it before funding, when the docs are going out, and then during the process as well. So we were at funding, we were getting the documents out, they verified employment, and he had quit his job. And I called him, I'm like, what are you doing? Why would you quit your job? And there was something that happened with the job, but thankfully he was able to get a new job. So here's the deal. If you can get a new job that's in the same line of work and you're getting paid similar, like if you're on a salary right now, you stay on a salary. You don't want to go from a salary job to a commission job because that causes problems. So there are some things that can cause a little bit of problems, but because he was able to quit his job, find another job super fast. So thankfully it was in an industry that you could find a job fast. And then he was able to start right when I found out about it, he started the job. But the big thing was his pay didn't change. He made the same amount of money that he did at the last job. And sometimes if you make more, then even better. But because it was a salary job, it didn't affect him. The only thing that did, though, is that his file was very borderline, meaning his credit wasn't super high. His assets were very borderline. He barely had enough to close on the house. So when we run it through automated systems, sometimes you have to show additional assets and stuff if things aren't as strong as you would like him to. So on his file, we had to show that he had more assets in the bank. So there was a credit that had to be given to be able to get him to approve. So when you do switch jobs while you're in the loan process, it could cause some bumps depending on the type of job you have and depending on your FICO score. But a lot of times you can make it work. What I would just do is just be very upfront. And the minute that job is lost, or if you lose your job or laid off, there's nothing you can really do, right? If you're going to quit your job, it's always a little bit easier if you don't quit it while you're in the loan process, because you don't know if there's something that would hit the automated system and not allow it to approve. Thankfully, in this situation, he was able to get approved. There was a way to. Usually if there's a will, there's a way. That's what I always say, right? So there was a way to be able to get him done, even though there was a recent job change on it, and we were able to fund the loan. But again, if you're going to quit your job, contact your loan officer first so that everything can be looked at in your file. If you're somebody that switches jobs a lot, that could affect your whole file. I had another client that switched jobs all the time. And the type of loan program that we were doing for this client required some job stability, right? So some programs have different things. They have automated systems that you pull, but then when you're looking at their guidelines, they want to see certain things on there. So it required some job stability. So her last job that she'd had for about 6 months. While we were in the process of the loan, she quit that job and then found another one. Didn't tell me till afterwards, didn't ask me for it. And then by the time she found the other one, the underwriter, because of the type of program that she was doing, couldn't approve the file because there was no job security listed on the file. She had switched jobs too much in the last 2 years. So there are certain cases when if you switch a job during the loan process, it could be detrimental to your loan. She had to then wait a year to be able to have job security within that job, and then she was able to get a loan. But switching jobs in the middle of the process can work out for you depending on your file, and cannot work out for you, just like I explained in those two instances. If you have any questions, if you want to get approved for a loan, if you have any questions about your job in general and how much you can qualify for, I'm going to leave my information right on the screen. Feel free to reach out to me at any time. I'm happy to go through your file and to figure out how to get you into a home. I think the best thing that a person can do, and the best thing that's been for my life, is to be a homeowner and to build that foundation in your life. I hope you have a great day.